Alright, continuing along with T's, we have Tales to Astonish, starring the Submariner. This is number 6. It's from 1980. It is in okay shape. It's a reader copy, right? That's kind of what a lot of them you get from the estate sales are. We have Teen Titans number 5, and this is September of '93. And then Teen Titans. Now that's nice. It's actually in okay shape. It's got a lot of little pieces tinged out and stuff. This is number 52, but it definitely, because of the age, would still probably qualify as a good. It's not gonna go real high by any means, but it's still in fairly okay shape. Regular, pretty cool. Then we have some Thors. We actually have quite a bit. So Thor 262. Yeah, 262. This one is in very good shape. Again, it's not going to be fine or anything like that. And then we have number 328. 335, 342, and this one now, 373 is the Marvel 25th anniversary with the characters all on the side and around it, and I have another video coming on the con that I was just at in Phoenix, and I learned some interesting information about this particular, the actual characters along the outside, so I'll share that in that. So you have that to look forward to. 374, this is kind of the cool part when you do some of these estate sales, is you get runs. These are, they have a spine roll, they'll for sure need to be a press or whatever, but it's not even that bad. 375, or I guess I say it's not that bad because I've seen worse. 382, 383, 384. And these are all very good. They're, other than the little bit of spine roll, they were kept outside the box, but inside the house, so they're not brittle. 385. We do find that when comics are left in a garage or an attic here in the Phoenix Valley, that they end up being very brittle and just crumbling to dust in your hands. So this is nice that they were kept inside. 386, 390, 391. This person obviously got into collecting sometime in the early 90s. 394, 395, 396, 397, 398, and 399. And the nice thing about this particular estate agency that was doing it, they didn't like let people cherry pick. So this had to be bought as a single bundle, which does make it kind of, because it was $200. So Timberwolf number 3, Timberwolf number 5, and the cool thing, because now I can tell you where he got most of these, is this is Free Comic Book Day, Transformers, the official movie prequel number 1, but down here you'll see the All About Books and Comics stamp that they were doing on their free. A lot of the Free Comic Book Day editions had a blank spot where the store could actually stamp or put a sticker that had like their name, address, etc., so people would come back. The whole idea behind Free Comic Book Day is to get people interested in buying comics. So that was pretty cool. A nice gold key. This is actually really nice. I would say this is very fine. Gold key's back. Okay, we're probably not going to see Tweety and Sylvester in it. But Gold Key was at the con, and I'll share some information about that in that same video. This is number 2 of the Vision. This one's in good shape, And then this one was inside that Archie. This is number 94, Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse. And obviously this is incomplete, there's no cover. It was nestled inside the other one. But I'll go ahead and keep it for now. You never know. Sometimes you'll find the covers and then you can put things together. I know that it's not attached and it's not worth a ton, but some of those rare ones, this one is early 60s, let's see, 64. So yeah. Another gold key, Uncle Scrooge. This one has a really bad spine roll, hit way bad. You can really see it over here. And that was the nature of the gold keys. You often found those in pretty rough shape. These were put directly into kids' hands and kids loved them. We have DC's Wanted. This is number 1 and it's in good shape, very good shape. In fact, this one will make a find for sure. And then we have Warlock Chronicles number 6. And then Warlock Chronicles number 7. And then Warlock Chronicles number 8. And then we have Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 9. And Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 38 and 39. So they also had Warrior Nun Aurelia. This is from Antarctic Press. They're out of Texas. Ben Dunn does most of the work for them. I believe he owns the company or started it. He draws in kind of a manga style, but he's really kind of made it his own. He does Ninja High School, or did Ninja High School and Gold Digger for years. Gold Digger's still coming out. Not quickly by any means and not every month, but I think it's 4 times a year is what it comes out. Anyway, so they did this about the time Image was really going. This is in '99. So yeah, kind of cool. And this one's in pretty nice shape. Actually, probably very fine shape. We have Wasteland. This is number 4. DC did these kind of darker ones, and they're suggested for mature readers. Maybe a little bit more blood and guts, or a little bit of adult themes. Werewolf by Night. This is number 23. And this one is definitely a reader copy with a pretty rough spine roll also. You can see it back here. But it is still nice, and if I don't have this in my collection, this will be. I will probably get it pressed, at least. West Coast Avengers, number 1 of the mini-series that actually they tried, and this was a 4-issue mini-series, limited series. And then when that was successful, they brought out West Coast Avengers, and this is number 15. The mini-series, the number 1 of the mini-series, is in pretty good shape, probably fine to very fine. This one may be good to very good, but at least a good minus. What If? This is number 92, and this is Cannonball's brother, Josh. Along the X titles. So yeah, this is a What If. And then we saw some Who's Who in the other collection. This is Who's Who number 2. This one's in really good shape. Fine, very fine. And then we have, and Who's Who number 5. These are almost all done with George Perez covers. He loved to do these massive scenes with everybody, and he was so good at it. And then we have Wild Core number 8, Wild Core number 9, and Wild Core number 10. These are all VF. They're in really good shape. We have Wonder Woman 86. And then a Free Comic Book Day World of Aspen. Again, you can see that it was purchased at All About Books and Comics here in Phoenix, which is no longer there. They recently retired right before COVID hit. Not because of COVID, he was already retiring, so that was cool. These were also done, this is Michael Turner, and I believe this one was done after Michael Turner has passed, and they just used a bunch of his work in it. So he still gets credit. And of course, it is his character. World of Wheels, again, I mentioned the guy was a car fan. This one is really nice. Charlton, this is number 21. And this is probably going to make a VF, for sure. I'm pretty sure. And then we have X Factor number 112. This is in really good shape also. I don't like to grade things as a near mint. I just don't like to do that. But that's a VF. X-Men and the Micronauts number 3. This is in pretty good shape also. Fine. Maybe a VF. We'll see how this goes. Some other cool stuff that was in there. So that's the most of the like true comics. There's some magazines. So he was a Mad aficionado. So here's some Mad issues. He actually had quite a bit of Mad issues and specials. And Mad was satire. It made fun of, well, everyone, actually. Nobody was sacred. And then this one, like a bunch of them, the cover comes off. So there's a few of these where the cover is no good, or it's totally missing the cover. But there were a ton of these Mad magazines. Quite a bit of them. And I know that there is a demand for some form of collectors. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these, as I don't collect Mad magazines at all. Again, lots of these where they make fun of all sorts of stuff. And as I mentioned, a bunch with covers missing. So, kind of cool, but you know, we'll see. And then I mentioned the cartoons. So this was a magazine similar to Mad idea, and they're still making this. I think Mad is no longer being made, but this is cartoons. And there's one without the. This is a Hot Rod magazine from 1972. It's missing the cover. Some of these are in pretty rough shape, some of them not so much. Cracked, that's a spin-off of Mad, Cracked magazine. Some National Lampoon. He just had a lot of this in there. Again, you had to buy the whole thing. And along with those Golden Age that I did get, the few, and then a bunch of some Thors and all that other stuff, I got these magazines. So Heavy Metal, this one's in really nice shape. And then he had these, the comic book magazines, or magazines of comic books. So this one is Rampaging Hulk #4, which had a backup story. I think it was around 8 is when it started, around Rampaging Hulk 8. And it was a backup feature of Moon Knight before they put Moon Knight in his own series after his appearance in Werewolf by Night. And then this is Marvel Premiere, or Preview #10, and that was a Thor issue. So while I don't normally collect magazines, I would keep these, as I think those are comics. Kosher comics. Yeah, I had not heard of this before, but here it is. This is number, does it have a number? 101. So they were out there. I had not heard of them before. So I thought that was kind of cool and interesting. And then some Treasury Editions. These are actually in really good shape. My Treasury Editions look nothing like this quality. They're reader copies. But that's pretty cool. This is the Thor, I guess number 10 from 1976. And then Conan the Barbarian from, this is number 15 of the Marvel Treasury Edition, 1977, and with a classic Roy Thomas story. So again, I shared a estate auction that I got online. Wasn't necessarily the best purchase. A lot of water damage stuff, and that's kind of a risk, but it was cheap. This one, I went to the place, stood in line, for them to open the doors. I got in, and then I went right to the comics, because I knew they had it. They showed it on the website, but they won't sell them before the actual estate sale, which is fine. I'm comfortable with that. But I went in and I got there first. I saw it. It was a single. They had bundled it all together, so they weren't going to piece it out. You either buy it all. Sometimes that's the case, especially if the estate sale thinks that some of it is good, but they know not all of it is. They will do it all for a set price. Is it worth it? Maybe, maybe not. If I plan on selling, we'll see. I don't plan on selling any of my collection, so this is just going to fill up my collection with the better versions, and if not, then I usually trade them in at a local shop to pay for more comics. Alright, if you like this, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll be back with the one from the con, or maybe a couple from the con. I picked up quite a bit of books, so we'll do that. Alright, have a good day.